up here at the Science and Technology Park in Beijing, and you may have just popped into this video from a previous video, the video that I was sharing from the 798. I think it was probably titled different because I was talking about war, but I'm up midweek here at the Science and Technology Museum, and I was sharing from the 798 previous video, if that makes sense, the art district in Beijing, and I was sharing within that video a museum or art gallery that was dedicated to robotics and robots in art. And it was pretty bizarre, actually. Really enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I only shared a little bit with you in that previous video, so I may drop some more on this intro at this moment in time. But I'm up here at the Science Park. Probably made a mistake, actually, because all the schools are off and I can see there's a lot of kids. But I'm going to pop in anyway because I've never been here before. But the reason for this intro and making a video of this is every time I share this type of thing, whether it be a museum or a shopping mall, people are always surprised at what we're doing here. Or what China is doing in Beijing in relation to shopping malls, museums, and people sometimes leave comments in the comments box below about their experience of China or what people have said in relation to what their understanding of China is, and they're always confused or pleasantly surprised. So I can tell you that China has a lot of stuff that you can come and see and experience, from museums to temples to Great Wall of China, Forbidden City, way beyond Beijing. There's so much to see. But I think people are always pleasantly surprised. And it reminds me when I first came to Beijing, actually, where you're going back maybe 8 years now, and people were at that time saying to me, "You're really going to go to Beijing? You're really going to go to China? You're not scared? You're not apprehensive? We're kind of worried about you." And then I started sharing some photographs and some content from Beijing. And I remember some of the things that people would say. Things like, "You've actually got a shopping mall," or "You've got museums," or art galleries, or "You can actually buy Western food." That actually always made me kind of laugh, to be honest. But I think people have moved on so far now, and they understand that Beijing, China, and the whole of China and beyond makes sense, or it doesn't make sense. But people understand now that there's a lot going on in China, and it's a very advanced country in relative sense. Obviously, we know that there's some villages and so on, the agricultural area, and away out in the countryside, it's not so advanced, but it's the same when you go to the north of Scotland, if you ask me. It's not that advanced. Anyway, I'm going to pop into this museum and share a little bit with you so that you can see that there's a lot happening here. And incidentally, it's right next to the Olympic Park. I don't know if you can see that behind me. So I recommend that people visit China, visit Beijing. You can actually get into the country relatively easy now with visas and so on. So make the trip, come and see China for yourself. Come to Beijing. In fact, give me a call. I'll come and grab a beer with you, maybe. Anyway, but do that. Come see China, experience it. I tell you, you will not be disappointed. It is not what people say it is in the West. And if you really want to see it, follow people like myself and other vloggers from China, just sharing what they're experiencing. There's a whole lot of people now coming into China and actually capturing amazing stuff and sharing it on YouTube and beyond. So tune into that and see it for yourself. Don't listen to the nonsense. And incidentally, where I'm at is the next to the Bird's Nest and the Olympic Park, which I've done a video on before. Anyway, follow me as I go into the Science and Technology Museum here in Beijing. That museum, Science and Technology Museum in Beijing, is huge, and I just about scratched the surface of it. A lot of kids. I made a mistake coming midweek, but I forgot the kids are off school, so it's bedlam, mayhem, and for me, I can only handle that for so long, especially my midweek day off. So I've decided to head off somewhere else. Not sure if I'll share it with you. I'm going to just go and chill a little bit, maybe some food and a beer. Anyway, this is me, Ian, here, as always, saying to you, look after yourself, take care of your friends, your family, and your community. And when you get the urge, you want to travel a little bit further afield than maybe Benidorm, then what? Come to Beijing. You'll love it. This is me saying the usual. Peace out. Take care. Catch you in the next video. I'm heading off now. I didn't head off when I finished up the conversation the last time, a couple of minutes ago, because I was walking past the bird's nest. And you can't miss up the opportunity to walk past the old famous bird's nest. Been there many a times, right enough. Anyway, I'm heading off now. It's getting late, I'm hungry, it's getting colder. And yeah, that's me for today, definitely. Don't forget, peace out.